The Bad and the Ugly.
I have to say, I almost said that.
Yes,
that comes
that
up.
some people say the Rude, the Mad, and the Ugly,
Yeah.
or they try derivatives of it. But he just reminded me of the Bad, Lee Van Cleef's character, which is a very kind of Western-looking, stern look. And then I found out that, he's been in a few movies. He's aspiring. He's a construction worker, but he's a good actor. Kind of runs in the family. He's a good dancer. He's a good singer. The whole New Kids thing going on there. And I worked with his brother on The Fighter, and so I got to chime in there with when we were making the movie. But I just said, would you want to do a comedy, because you look like you do a lot of cop roles, a lot of serious roles. So I think a comedy would be perfect for you. That definitely put him out of place at first.
And it does say that it's a comedy by saying
the Rude, the Mad, and the Funny. Yeah.
So
what it is, he's like Johnny Carson. He plays Max Cannon. Arthur Wahlberg does. He's the second banana, even though he's like kind of the biggest star in the movie in a way. It's like to raise the other cast members, because he's a has-been that's an alcoholic now. He was a big television show star, talk show guy, and now he's in a hole in a wall, drinking, and he helps this new guy that looks kind of like Seinfeld and whatever John Brandy looks like, who is hilarious. And he's the straight man, but he's the funny. And then you have Max Cannon's friend, Ralph Schmidl, which is like the Jack Black, Dom DeLuise, third wheel. And they all finally, because of Poetic License, wind up in a truck together traveling from Boston to Atlantic City to get to this comedy contest in time. And it's really a calamity of errors and a drama disguised as a comedy. It's a lot of, they meet the girls, and it's, and she plays Arthur's girlfriend, Rachel, one of my favorite characters I ever wrote. And I actually wrote that script in about a month and a half. I had the idea for 10 years, but when I couldn't even begin writing until I knew who the Rude was. Because originally it was going to be something like romantic, what was it? Something, comic romance, but that had been used. And I wanted to be this loser that couldn't get a girl. And so the movie was about the Rude originally. And so now the actual end result of the script turned into something that's for all of them, and everybody gets to shine in the movie, except me. I'm the bad guy.
Is there a twist at the end?
There is always a twist.
Okay.
There has to be. We followed the exact Hollywood formula. Actually, people that looked at it said you should just sell this script rather than produce it. We had 300 extras in the finale scene. They all got credited because I did it under an independent contract, and it was a great time.
That's great.
Yeah.
Let's show our
the
viewers.
trailer is that's a fan trailer. It's screened at the Boston International Film Festival. It's a lot of rough cut footage that has not been. It's rough footage, but it's so it's not really a trailer. It's 4 minutes long. The trailer isn't even supposed to be that long, but it shows you enough of the movie to show you that we had a great time making it.
Nice.
And
when
you
is it
should
being
be
released?
able to tell kind of what it's like. It's still in post. We're hoping. We wanted it done this middle of this summer. We're going for middle of next summer. There's just a lot of work, and there's a lot
That's been happening a lot lately.
there's a lot of post stuff that we're doing to make it better, and it's at the level where it should be a cult film.
Oh, right.
And we're hoping for the Rude, the Mad, and the Funny, the good, bad, the ugly kind of thing.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I have a question for
the
you
sequel
after
we hope to have
we see
shot with a big budget, and then we'll promote this movie with the sequel.
Nice, and you should
Definitely.
definitely all that work and effort and everything. Okay, let's watch this clip of the Rude, the Bad, and the Funny.
Rude, the Mad, and the Funny.
The Rude, the Mad, and the Funny.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Split Aces Casino and the second annual comedy contest.
Jake Starling was a regular guy with a dream.
You can't waste your life doing that comedy garbage! You work here!
All the way from 1 in the afternoon for 5 minutes on stage at 10:30.
Yeah, I know. I think we're crazy doing this.
I mean, it's 5 minutes. Who the heck's gonna be here that late on a Monday night anyway?
Maybe the unemployed? They have no idea what day it is.
Who meets a legendary comedian.
It's Max Cannon. Max Cannon? From the Max Cannon Show?
I have to cut to a commercial break. And thank you very much for that. We have to cut to a commercial break right now.
I'm leaving Jake By the time you get home, I'll already be gone.
The bank needs $5,000 by the end of the month, or they're going to take the house.
This is it. This is what I need to do.
Nah, see, this contest here, you win $15,000. That's like 3 times more than you need.
On an unforgettable trip to Atlantic City.
Max? Why does that sign say entering Vermont?
Okay, turn around.
You idiot! Don't you know how to drive, you moron? I hate you!
Great! What are we gonna do now?
Yep. Oh no.
$814? For what? All you did was put water in the radiator.
Yeah.
Back it up, nice and slow.
Make me have babies, Max. Little Max Cannon babies.
Can you believe it, Jake? Can you believe it?
I'm being pulled over.
I can't believe it!
Is there a problem in your vehicle, Mr. Starling?
No, sir. Everything's fine.
That thing that you're saying does not exist? That's what I saw.
Can't we just get a break once in a while? Can't we just have a sign? Something?
Hey boys, car trouble?
I think it's really great that you want to keep working on this.
Thanks. Means a lot. I'm going into my meditation chamber now. I'll see you in the morning.
Max!
Max, where are you?
So, what are you doing for sex later?
What in the name of all that is frickin' holy? What is this, some kind of a joke?
One of the worst times to lose your hairpiece would have to be during sex. Oh no, buddy. She's not having an orgasm.
I know he knew that I knew that he knew. They can't win.
You know what, guys? I think I got an idea. What?
Yeah, that's right. My church-going conservative mother got a tramp stamp.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'd watch it either.
Actually, so far it's pretty good.
Hey, I know it's good. I read the script. Didn't you guys get a script?
Oh, he's cracking me up. Well, I was wondering if do you have any regrets from that movie, for instance? Do you have any regrets or things that you wish that you added? Do you have anything that you can think of?
I actually had somebody ask me that at the premiere of The Suitcase about the salesman character, saying, did you regret anything you did in that movie? Because she wanted me to have my shirt off, and at that time I wasn't really in shape. And so I was really sucking it in. And
really? Let's see that.
You have to see the movie.
She laughed. She's laughing.
I was a little squirmish about that. There isn't anything I really regret, though, because it's for the art and it's for entertaining other people, and I don't take myself seriously.
You just felt like a piece of meat, right?
Yeah. To
like
get
a
to be
sex
a piece
symbol.
of meat, right? Like on some kind of, yeah. But for the rude and the amount of funny, I don't regret any of it. I made some great friends. It was a lot of work. I mean, we think about how much fun we had making it. The guys were having a lot of fun. I didn't have much fun. I was awake most of the time, like 24 hours.
You did.
I had a lot of fun knowing that I was getting it.
Right.
And knowing that
it looked like you were having fun, though.
Yeah, because I was doing it. I was having fun. Yeah, I mean, with these 3 guys, when it wasn't with the girls, it was like babysitting 3 kids. You know, John was always on his mark. He was great with the script, and they all were. But it was like pulling teeth sometimes to get them to focus. Like, all right, quit screwing around. I know we want the outtakes, but we need more movie than we need outtakes. You know, that kind of thing. But regrets, no. They say, like, to be a director, you kind of have to be a jerk. maybe I would.
Is
I
he?
don't regret.
Is he?
I'm not. To her, I am.
Yeah.
To her, she says I was.
Yeah. Well, it's like, you know, no, you can't do that. No, you can't do that. No, you know.
But I did treat everybody like that.
Is he a perfectionist? Is he a perfectionist? Yeah.
Unfortunately.
You think so?
And I just learned recently perfection is the
I think yes.
what is the phrase?
Although you're very fair when you're directing.
Perfection is the enemy of good enough.
He's very fair when he directs. You don't micromanage. You know, you let us.
Or give people the benefit that they know that their brains can figure it out. And sometimes too much.
I think every movie, every experience that you've both had, you've learned for the next one, you know, and how you want to, and also from being in front of the camera, you know what it's like and how to be, how you are treated. Yeah. And you want to treat people the same.
That's how I direct.
You seem nice enough.
Right. Well, no, that's what I'm saying, because Ned, the rude guy, who actually is really rude, he said, you can't be our friend, though. You have to kind of be a jerk, because when it comes down to, you know, cutting time.
I want it this way.
Yeah, you're going to have to be a jerk, and I just try to always be
and sometimes
a friend.
You don't, maybe.
So it wouldn't have taken as long. It took us 3 weeks plus another 2 weeks to make that. So it wouldn't have taken the other 2 weeks if I had been more stern on set. But I think I get a better product and more camaraderie and support by just being nice to everybody. And everybody's doing, most of the people did it for free. We had a lot of extras work for free. What am I going to be mean to those people? I mean, you know, they're helping me.
Absolutely.
Absolutely be mean to those people.
No. Absolutely, you can't be.
Right. So I'm just very appreciative. Anybody's like, you know, it's hard enough to write a script and have somebody just read it. You know, a lot of people think they want to be a writer. Try writing something and then think about, now who's going to read it? You know, who's going to care? And so for people to be acting the lines that I wrote and believing in the story that I have.
And you have to keep their attention.
Yeah. So I'm honored. I'm just honored.
So then where do you see yourself going?
Well, that's really hard to say. If I could predict the future, if I had a crystal ball, and I guess I could. But I see myself at some point maybe breaking away, maybe making a move when I'm really ready to focus.
It's the kids mostly. The kids
are
in college
I
now.
do have 2 girls, and they're still at home.
So then you'll be able to really break loose and.
We're about ready to just throw the kids into the street and go to work. Yeah, Jackie, I meant that.
But I do like this area. I do see a lot happening here, you know. So I'm certainly.
That's true.
You know,
actually,
I'm getting a really good taste of it, I guess.
Yeah.
You might say.
You're manifesting it.
Yeah. I mean, there's enough real work, not opportunity, but work. I mean, you can at least get close to the work. And then creating your own work is
always keeping busy, always doing something.
Right.
That's right.
Yeah. Like she does a lot of theater.
I do theater.
You know, I get called to work on a lot of other films, and acting is always there. So as long as we're working that muscle, when we get to New York or LA, you know, we'll fit right in.
So before we wrap up, I'd like to hear a story that really stands out in your mind about something, you know, funny or, you know, something, an experience.
From me?
Yeah.
I got in the union by working on My So-Called Life, and what was funny was I was 25 years old. I had to play an 17-year-old kid, and so I had worked on Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey with Alex Winters and Keanu Reeves. This is a funny story. It's what you want, right?
It's what I want. Give it to me, baby.
So I wore the same clothes. That's how I got on My So-Called Life, which I call the story of my so-called acting career, and that's its own funny story. But the thing is, I got on set to meet the late, great, gosh, I can't remember his name right now, so I'm drawing a blank. The comedian that was in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, George Carlin.
Oh, right.
And
love him.
He wasn't on set, but I also didn't know who Bill and Ted were. I mean, Keanu Reeves wasn't a big name then. Got on set, there's Bill, and there's Ted. And I watched them, and they're filming, and they said they're right over there. And then they cut the scene, and Keanu comes right over to me. He comes right up to me. He's like, Keanu! And he shakes my hand. And he walks by. And then PA comes over, and he's like, oh, that's his name. It's Keanu Reeves. It's an Indian-sounding name. I'm like, oh, I thought it was like a new buzzword, like totally Keanu, you know? So it was kind of cool how he did that. And I heard he played bass guitar. And so the other part of the funny story is I had a bass guitar, a pick with me because I played bass. I was in a band. So I go up to his